gentlemen.
Ah, nectar.
Lovely, Gloria. Thanks, pet. Do you want one yourself?
Oh, not just now, thanks, Bob. Little early. Anyhow, we had enough last night. We were at one of those licensed victualers' dinner dances. Oh, I can't tell you.
Is that why Jack's not here, then?
He can't move. He literally cannot move. It's a miracle he's alive after what he put back last night. It's a walking miracle. If he could walk.
The first of the weekend.
The weekend starts here.
The first beer of the weekend.
The first since lunchtime.
There's nothing like Friday night, is there? There's nothing like that Friday night feeling.
Well, it's a working class thing, isn't it? I mean, the working classes have to do jobs they don't like. So when Friday night comes around, it's just a wonderful release. Oh, it's such a marvellous relief to know that for 2 whole days we haven't got to face that grind and sweat and toil. We haven't got to chip away at some thin seam or hoist some girder or work some lathe.
Lift that barge, tote that bale.
Right. What?
Old Man River, he just keeps a-rolling along.
Is that any relevance to the point I'm making?
Has the sweat and the toil of the working classes any relevance to you?
I beg your pardon, you middle-class crawler.
Well, what's all this marvellous release on a Friday night? You don't work, you. Every day's the same to you, as is every night. I mean, where were you on Wednesday?
Wasn't I with you?
I wasn't across the doors.
Oh, sure I was with you. So those shoes aren't yours?
What shoes?
The ones I woke up in.
Dear me, what a state to get into. Next it'll be spiders and rats across the ceiling.
I don't drink all that much. Only sometimes I drink to forget.
Forget what?
I can't remember, I've forgotten.
That's because you drink too much.
Effective, isn't it?
I'm cutting down on drink. Well, except Fridays. I mean, beer's all right, but it is so fattening.
Yeah, well, I don't have that problem. Being wiry.
Yes, you're lucky you never put an ounce on. That doesn't mean to say your insides are in good order, the way you abuse your body. And you smoke too much, you always have. I'm cutting down on that, too.
You still get through enough of them evil little cheroots.
I don't inhale, though. I've cut down a lot on my inhaling.
I don't smoke that much, only socially, just when I'm out.
Well, that's my point. You're never in, you.
I can manage, mate. 5 years in the army, I'm in shape.
That's a myth to start with. Just because you're in the army doesn't mean you're a perfect specimen of manhood. Keeping fit is up to the individual in question.
Well, what about all the sport, then? Football, cricket, boxing, swimming, you name it.
Was it compulsory?
No, of course not.
Then you wouldn't have done any of it.
Oh, yes. Then who? Who? Just ask me who was the 2nd Battalion Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers snooker champion 1968.
Surprises.
2381444 Lance Corporal Collier, that's who.
That's really healthy, that is, isn't it? Snooker. Swilling beer in a smoke-filled room and the occasional walk round the table.
It was quite a brisk walk.
I keep myself in trim. I've seen the way people our age just let their bodies fall apart. Thelma and me play squash and badminton, and we do 20 press-ups every night.
Every night?
Except Fridays. And I do a bit of yoga, and I stick to a very sensible diet. Lots of organic things, wheat germ, yogurt. Look how good my skin is.
Yo, Bob, you don't have to fuss over your body, you do. There's always some new fad, some new shortcut to thinness and health. Doesn't done your guitar any good.
Well, that's the atmosphere, that's the pollution up here.
So what is the point in not smoking, then? You remind me of that story about the Texan, the rich millionaire rancher who lived in Texas, and he spent a fortune building himself a fallout shelter. He had everything. Early warning system, radar, enough food for 3 years, and he was just laying the last brick, and you know what happened?
Go on.
An Indian shot him in the back with an arrow.
So where's the point?
In this case, right between his shoulder blades.
No, I mean, what does it prove?
Oh, come on, what does it prove? Don't be dim. The point is, what is the point in nursing your body and going to bed early and eating yogurt when at any minute some Indian can kill you with an arrow?
Up here?
You know perfectly well what I mean. I mean, any minute you could be, well, knocked over by a bus.
Oh, yes, and of course up here the buses are driven by Indians.
See what I mean? Our lives hung by a thread. I mean, life's so...
Tenuous.
What?
tenuous.
Aye, any minute. Plus, a falling beam, a flash of lightning, you never can tell.
I see what you mean. Hey, look at him. Just look at him.
Look at that ginger one. Look at him go.
Sucker's golden nursery up here. One of that lot will make it. It's probably scouts from 6 clubs lurking behind them pipes.
Aye. Follow him back to some dingy council house, slip that a few hundred, buy Mum a spin dryer. They're only 11.
There's your working class escape. That's your shortcut away from the capstan lathe and the thin seam.
Aye. If only. If only.
If only. What do you mean, if only?
I'll tell you what, if only. I'll show you what the game lost.
Don't be childish.
What's wrong with you, Buddy Beautiful? I thought you were supposed to be in trim.
I'll outlast you any day.
Oh, well then. Right. Hey, up. Hey. Give us a game then. One each side. Choose.
What does he choose?
Yeah, cheeky. Go on then.
Hey, Eric, which one do you want?
We'll have the fat one.
Are you all right? Oh, my hell. That kid went right over the top. No attempt to play the ball whatsoever. Right over the top. That was, I would call you a professional foul. And I have rarely seen it so perfectly executed.
He really clobbered you, didn't he?
Oh, no, and I was through that time and all, you know. A certain goal. Did you see the way he brought me down? Cunning, dirty little so-and-so.
He showed a lot of promise.
Oh, aye. Had all the attributes. Can't help but be impressed.
He's the one I'd pick. He's got what it takes.
Oh, aye. Dirty little so-and-so.
I'm knackered.
Well, of course you are, man. We're getting old. Our bodies can't take it anymore. I was reading somewhere recently that there's all these cells in your body and thousands of them die every day, never to be replaced. We are dying from the moment we are born.
Well, not from the moment you're born. Surely you've got to grow a bit first.
Well, from the moment you start putting it about and drinking and that. About 16.
Aye, I suppose so.
We're not what we were, that's the point.
When you think when we were 16, we'd go out Friday night, get drunk, go to a dance, home at dawn, up at 8, sausage, bacon, peas pudding, fried bread, then cycle to Berwick.
And back before tea.
Never had a hangover, did we?
Never.
I'll have a hangover tomorrow, I know that.
You won't, mate, unless you can get a drink in here.
You can never get served in this place.
Highway, pet. God knows how many cells have died in my body waiting for a drink in here.
Mind you.
What?
Well, what I was going to say was, however many cells are dying, you can still slow the process up a bit.
Oh.
By keeping in trim like I do.
Trim.
Well, look at tonight. Look how I lasted the pace better than you.
You lasted the pace better because of your brilliant positional sense. By avoiding the ball for hours on end.
I ghost around the pitch, like Martin Peters.
Yeah, he doesn't use much energy either.
Look, I might have a hangover tomorrow, but I could still cycle to Berwick if I had to, no problem.
God, your hell.
I could remember how good a cyclist I was as a kid. Competition. You don't forget that ability.
I bet your legs have.
All right. All I'm saying is, should the need arise, I could still cycle to Berwick, no problem.
Oh, should the need arise, so could I. Quicker than you and all.
Ha, 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 ha.
Pardon, what are you bleating about?
You couldn't cycle back to the Black Horse.
I was just as keen a cyclist as you were.
Oh, I don't deny it. At one stage, you might have been a bit faster than me, just a shade. But what's in question here is the years in between and the toll it's taken on our respective bodies. You've lost more cells than me, mate.
I could still beat you on a bike to Berwick.
You couldn't.
I could.
You couldn't.
I could. I bet you I could.
All right, then put your money where your mouth is.
I'm willing. How much?
Enough. I'm confident of winning.
How confident?
Say £25,000?
Against my yacht, I suppose.
Right. £25 then.
What?
£25, first one to Berwick tomorrow.
Well, I haven't got a bike. Luckily for you, if I had a bike, mate...
You can borrow a bike. Your brother-in-law's got a bike. Ernie's got a perfectly good bike.
Well, what about you?
Oh, I've still got my bike. Still in my mum's shed.
Right, you're on. Tomorrow. First one to Berwick, £25.
And will you pay me hotel expenses?
What hotel expenses?
Mine, because I shouldn't think you'll get there till Tuesday.
I'll pedal you into the ground.
We'll see, we'll see. You think you can abuse your body, stay out all night, drink as much as you, smoke as much as you do, and still stay in shape?
I do.
What do you want, pet?
Oh, it's my round, Bob. What are you going to have?
Oh, just half a special.
Oh, go on, have a pint, man, and a short to go with it. Go on, it's Friday. A pint of special and a large scotch for him, pet.
And you, pet?
Bit of lemon, please.
What are they?
Water bottles.
Oh, but I've made you a thermos.
Well, that's for when I stop. I need these when I'm on the move, don't I?
Oh. Well, there's your sandwiches, and I've done you a couple of hard-boiled eggs and a banana. I would have done you more, but I don't expect you'll get further than the golf club.
Oh, very funny.
And there's some sticking plasters and some glucose tablets. But I couldn't get any distress flares at the chemist.
Well, you're worse than Bob, you are.
Is the bike all right?
Well, it is now that I've oiled it and blown the tyres up. Where'd you keep your bottle opener? Oh, here we are.
Hasn't been touched for a year. Ernie bought it when he was on his keep fit kick. Lasted all of a week. Oh, he's so unfit. Do you know we went to the Odeon last week and we had to stop halfway up the stairs for him to get his breath back?
Well, some of us keep ourselves in shape. Look after ourselves.
What are you doing?
I need these when I'm on the move, don't I?
You'll never be off the move if you drink that much on the way.
Morning.
Oh, God.
Oh, you look very, very competitive, doesn't he, Terry?
Who's sponsoring you?
You're going like that, are you?
What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this?
Nothing except it's hot and it's sticky and it's totally unsuitable.
Oh, come on, man. It's not the Tour de Rotten France, you know. Trust you.
It's a brewery sponsoring you, is it?
Look at them shorts.
Would you like a cup of tea, Pet?
No, thanks, Sword. Not too much fluid. I've just had some high-protein cereal and tinned peaches. Well balanced, you see.
He's just had 4 slices of bread and dripping and half a pound of black pudding.
Come on, then. Let's get off. That's not yours.
Oh, it's not as my cousin Brian's. The chain's gone on. There's nothing in the rules about own bike. That's not yours.
That must be 12 ounces, that.
Anyhow, it's not the bike that counts. It's these.
Don't take any chances, do you, though, but...
Well, shouldn't you take a Mac?
I don't need a Mac. Anyway, we're getting the train back from Berwick.
Not necessarily the same train, though, but I'm not hanging around for days on end.
Well, forecast said changeable with showers imminent.
Oh, you're right, then. Come on.
Well, I'll start you off. I think you're both mad, but may the best man win, which I'm sure you will, Bob.
Oh, well, let's get started. Give me the second tea towel.
They used to do this every Saturday morning, cycle off somewhere. Of course, there were kids then. They won't get far now.
I forgot my sandwiches.
You all right?
Never felt better.
You know Sid's Cafe?
Aye.
Made that the first check-in point. Whoever gets there first got that many minutes in hand.
All right, I'll wait for you.
Twelve and a half minutes.
What?
12 and a half minutes, I'm ahead.
I've only got your word for that.
No, you haven't. Ask Sid.
So what do you want, a yellow jersey?
I got your cup of tea. I expect it's cold now.
I've had to stop a lot, keep putting air in my back tyre.
Liar.
I have, I've got a slow puncture.
Only slow puncture you've got is in your lungs.
I've had a lot of stoppages. Been dogged by ill luck.
I will take this cup in for us, will you? I better be off. But don't forget, you can't start for another 12 and a half minutes. There's a clock in there. Now, you promise?
Promise.
On your honour.
On me honour.
Stage 2, the Bluebell Garage. I knew you'd cheat.
I wasn't cheating. I was gonna cheat. I was not cheating. Just didn't want to get out of my stride, tighten up, get cramp. I'd have told you.
All right, then we'll go together. But don't forget, I'm 12 and a half minutes in hand.
12. I waited half a minute.
Taking a shortcut?
Oh, shortcut, you. You could have killed me.
Me?
Oh. You did them bloody brakes.
You did my bloody wheel.
Well, that was the joke. This could have been fatal. I could have hit something.
On this stretch of road, you couldn't.
You could have killed me.
Well, what about this? Well, I'm sorry.
I fell in some nettles and all. Don't bother.
I've got some TCP in my bag.
Yes, you would have, wouldn't you? The flying doctor.
Back, all right?
How should I know?
Want to pack it in, then?
Of course I want to pack it in. It's a pointless exercise. You won't get me on that again.
Hey, you! I want a word with you!
Cup of tea, please.
I got you tea. I got you tea, but it's probably cold by now.
How did you get here?
It's been standing there for ages.
How did you get here?
On my bike, how did you get here?
No, I mean, how did you get here before me?
I'll pedal faster.
You never passed me. I never saw you pass me.
Did you take the Belford bypass?
Yes?
Ah, well, that must be it. That must be where I passed you, because I went straight through the town, you see. Well, at 6 2/3, and I wanted to stop and get a packet of liquid all sorts.
You never overtook me. Even if it's shorter through the town, I'd lost you before Belford.
No, you hadn't, Bob.
How long have you been here?
10 minutes.
Impossible, come on.
Sir, how long have I been here? I asked this good gentleman here to adjudicate. Independent witness.
He has exactly 10 minutes by my watch when you walked in.
Look how cold your tea is, and I've eaten. Egg and chips, bread and butter, and a jam tart.
Impossible.
And shall I tell you why? Shall I tell you why? Pacing. That's what this game is all about, pacing. I have been pacing my race. Oh, you had to fly off and grab yourself an early lead, didn't you?
I'd lost you before Belford.
No, you hadn't, Bob. You were always in my sights.
Definitely 10 minutes.
So that means that you are now 2 minutes ahead, but I am poised for the kill. At this stage of the race, I am exactly where I planned to be.
I suppose what I did was ease up, with no one in sight. I must have just eased up too much, not wanting to humiliate you.
Yeah, well, there's no danger of that now, is there? Don't you want something to eat?
No, I don't think so. I think I'll just crack on. I don't want to tighten up. 2 minutes, you say?
Yes, and this good gentleman here will make sure that I leave at the right time.
Aye, 2 minutes.
Right.
Where's the next checkpoint?
What? Fenwick Station.
Right, Fenwick Station. I'll wait for you.
Hang on. 150. 155. 2 minutes. Okay.
No sign of him.
Well, he didn't look too happy when we passed him.
He's no stamina, you see. He hasn't got my staying power, my will to win.
He hasn't got my lorry.
Fancy another pint?
No, I must get on, Chief.
Have another pie, packet of crisps.
No, you're all right.
Now, you'll drop us at Fenwick Station, will you?
Aye.
Right.
Here, don't forget these.
Oh, aye. Fill me water bottles.
There's no sign of anyone.
What surprise in a place like this.
Ticket office is all shut up.
Ah, it's these stations, man. There'll just be one bloke to do the lot. He's probably in the pub after hours or having a kip. Or on his allotment watering his prize begonias.
I suppose so. There's a little fire in there, so it can't be that far away.
Can't be a bad little job, though, but when you come to think of it, just pop out a few times a day, wave a flag and blow a whistle. Rest of the time's your own.
Won't be many trains, though. Because in Berwick, you could have got a train any time.
Yes, well, we didn't get to Berwick, did we? And we're never going to get to Berwick, are we? Was there a shop? Did you find a shop?
Yeah, there's a little post office, but that's closed.
No.
Clear to me what's going on.
What?
Station master's obviously having an affair with the sub-postmistress.
Right.
She'll have locked up her little metal grill, put up position closed, and rushed to the illicit arms of her uniformed lover. Because up here, you see, their love would be forbidden. They'd have to meet in secret.
You're probably doing it on his allotment.
Consummating the union between British Rail and the post office.
Cry of ecstasy from the radishes.
Theirs was a wild and reckless love.
Untamed.
Bloody inconvenient if you want to catch a train or buy a postal order.
Oh, I only hope there's a buffet on that train. I'm starving. Oh, I'm stiffening up and all. Oh, I can't straighten up. Not all the way. I cannot straighten up.
Well, I'm not too bad. Apart from the nausea and a blinding headache. And a complete lack of feeling in my left buttock.
Oh. Who invented the saddle?
I only hope I can still have children.
Think how many cells have died today. How many hours we've taken off our lives.
We've been a bit daft, haven't we?
Well, it's you, Bob. It's typical. You've always had this reluctance to accept things the way they are. To you, it wasn't a question of whether you could get to Berwick or not. It was trying to recapture your past. And you've got to stop kidding yourself. You have got to accept, however painful it may be, but you have got to accept that you are never going to be Martin Peters or Ilya Nastasi. Just as once we had to force you to accept that you were never going to be Biggles.
I haven't given up completely on Biggles.
Yeah. Well, after today, I can accept the fact that I'm never going to be no Tour de France cyclist.
Well, not with brown ale in your water bottles.
Oh, you'll never get me on a saddle again.
Nor me. I shall stick to badminton.
No, I'm going to stick to me snooker.
Maybe I'll just become a fanatical spectator.
It's no good. You have got to make sacrifices as you get older. For the rest of my life, I am going to give up exercise.
Hello.
Oh, visitors.
When's the next train?
Oh, yes, oh, better than we thought, you know. Of course.
Well, the postmistress can't be fussy.
It's due, Mark, you know. Rain, it's on the way.
Yes. Yes. When's the next train? South?
You were all Monday morning.
What?
We've got to get back tonight.
What? Oh, no, all right, of course. Yeah. But, of course, there's nothing tomorrow, you know. Sunday, Monday morning.
Oh, come on, man. We've got to get back.
Back.
We can't get stuck here. I've got no trousers. It's going to rain.
Oh, look, there must be. And surely to God there's a train to Newcastle. We've got to get back there. We've just got to get back there.
Well, you're lucky, aren't you?
Lucky?
Well, lucky you've got them bicycles.